same feather flocks together. This is true if you are an elite. With so much power and wealth, you would probably join with someone who has the same interest and socioeconomic status as you. When people think where the most wealthy and famous group of people live, you may think of a city where the world's rich flock and boast their luxuries. You may say they are in Monaco and New York City, but the truth is they are found in the City of Gold. Yes, that's right. It's no other than the city of Dubai because of its stunning growth from a sleepy Gulf port to a world-famous business crossroads in the space of a single generation. United Arab Emirates City has been a haven for the uber-wealthy for decades, since the country began selling off their oil. Today, we're going to see why the rich are living in the UAE's most populous city. We'll examine the billionaires that call Dubai home, where the wealthiest areas of the city are, and some of the unique luxuries Dubai has to offer. So, let's get started. You will not believe that before the city became home of the luxuries, it was a simple fishing village back in 1960s. But just after finding out that the city had a hidden treasure of black gold and a finite amount of oil, it soon became a metropolis of wealth. Dubai has focused on tourism for their future income, especially for those with large bank accounts. Areas that could help with tourism have become the hotspots of creating unique structures, such as the current tallest building in the world, at 2,722 feet, the Burj Khalifa, which cost around $1.5 billion to build during 2020. The New World Wealth released their findings about Dubai. They discovered that 51,710 millionaires and 9 billionaires living there owned assets totaling $491 billion in February 2021. In fact, the new figure stated that number had jumped to $517 billion between 54,530 millionaires and 10 billionaires. First, let us take a look at a family of millionaires. From 2000 to 2019, almost 38,000 millionaires moved to the UAE as a whole. One of the richest people that has an abode in Dubai is Majid Al Futtaim. He's the founder of the retail conglomerate that bears his own name, the Majid Al Futtaim Group. According to Forbes, Al Futtaim and his family have a net worth of $3.7 billion, while his cousin Abdullah Al Futtaim, who founded the Alpha 10 Group, has a net worth of $2.2 billion. Aside from the family reunion of millionaires, back in 2016, there are two brothers, Divyank and Bhavin Torakia, who sold their India-based advertising network MediaNet for $900 million. That same year, the company brought in sales totaling $232 million. While Bhavin stayed on to help run MediaNet, Divyank walked away. He's reported to currently reside in Dubai according to Forbes. The brothers had a collective net worth of $1.54 billion, famously before taking the plunge in business. Some of us would love to drive a taxi in London, but the only person who can do this while running a baby product shop is Mickey Jagtiani, an Indian billionaire businessman. Not just that, Jagtiani founded the Landmark Group during 1973 in Dubai. Currently, the company owns over 2,300 stores across 22 countries, which made Jagtiani's net worth up to $3.6 billion during 2019. The New World Wealth looked into cities that had the most wealthy people. So obviously, Dubai was examined for the context of HNWI, which stands for High Net Worth Individual. Its purpose is to look into the reason for Dubai's popularity with the rich individuals. Not just that, the group stated that Dubai, that a financial center in the Middle East, is also one of the safest cities in the region and a popular destination for migrating HNWIs and wealthy expats. Surely, you're thinking why all of them settled in Dubai. Well, one of the main draws to Dubai is the fact that there's no income tax. Whilst in New York, for example, depending on the income, a person can be charged between 4 to 10.9%. Plus, Dubai is also a transport hub, making it easier for people to reach meetings in other countries in just minutes. Not only that, You may also want your son and daughter to live here because of their good school system, vibrant social life, and many job opportunities. Not to mention the warm weather, which is always nice. Next is Ziad Danawi, president of the investment team in Safanad. He spoke to the Financial Times prior to the global events. He said he could travel across the world when needed. However, once the event kicked in, Danawi was stuck in Lebanon and cut off from the global market, so he moved with his family to Dubai. When asked why, he stated that it is safe and open, and Dubai has the right kind of leadership, a very proactive and robust, with quick decision-making and an unwavering commitment to functioning infrastructures. After a long period of pandemic, Dubai was opened back for tourists in July 2020, and a number of rich people flew to Dubai. In order to skip the vaccination queues in their countries. It was not a simple trip to Dubai. According to reports, these trips often include first-class flights accommodation and 2 doses of vaccine. This trip started from £40,000, around $56,000. However, due to this influx of people in the city, the housing prices in the city ended up skyrocketing according to UAE Realtors Property Finder. In fact, during the first quarter of 2021, sales of Dubai's properties increased by 230%, while in some of the rich areas of the city prices increased by as much as 40% from the same time last year. According to Dubai company Property Monitor, during April 2021, it has a record-breaking 90 properties worth 10 million United Arab Emirates dirham, or around $2.7 million each changed hands. Whilst in March, there were 84 similar sales for an idea of scale. During the whole of 2020, only 54 similar price sales were completed. However, mid-level properties are still seeing their value decrease. Back in 2013, average sales for abodes in Burj Khalifa were $1,300 per square foot. In May 2021, it was $400. UK real estate company Knight Frank reported that between January 2021 to April, there were over 15,000 property transactions in Dubai alone, a 34.5% rise in the same period during 2020. Regardless of this rise in property transactions and prices, still one of the most popular places for the wealthy to live within Dubai is the Palm Jumeirah. I bet you already saw its beautiful aerial shot. It is an artificial archipelago containing a number of luxury hotels, such as Atlantis, the Palm, the Fairmont Palm Hotel and Resort, and so on. It's also the place for decadent houses. In March 2021, a 14,000 square foot mansion was the most expensive home sold in the Middle East so far this year. With 5 bedrooms, it also has 3 cinemas, 3 kitchens, 3 bars, a fitness suite, a spa, and more. It sold for 111.25 billion AED, around $30.2 million. According to Property Finder, the average sale price for 3-bedroom villas has also increased within Palm Jumeirah in December 2019. It was 4.2 million AED, around $1.14 million. For April 2021, the average transaction price was at 11.5 million AED, or $3.13 million. Dubai has a number of luxury attractions for tourists, and not to mention usually when we order groceries online, they'll be delivered in a van covered with the shop's name as well. You won't believe that in Dubai, one store is using a Lamborghini. This Pakistan supermarket uses a 1.2 million AED, around $330,000 Lamborghini Huracan Spider to just drop off mangoes. Well, shoppers have to spend at least 100 AED, about $27.23 on the fruit. They can even have a short trip in the supercar. In fact, the mango in a Lambo service has been very popular with kid celebrities, such as British boxer Amir Khan, who have recently enjoyed the stylish dropping off goods. At one point, Dubai hosted a couple of ATMs that spat out gold bars. Speaking of gold, Gold was a big industry in Dubai during 2003. The city's gold trade totaled $6 billion. By 2013, nearly 40% of the world's gold was traded through Dubai. Altogether, this totaled $75 billion that year. That's why Dubai's police force has perhaps the most stylish, luxurious fleet of vehicles in their arsenal. Many of the supercars turned cop cars have become popular with tourists. Such vehicles include an Aston Martin 177, priced at over $1.79 million, a Lamborghini Aventador, priced up to $440,000, and a Ferrari FF that costs $300,000. They even have a hover surf Scorpion, a 3-hover bike that costs $150,000. And that's how the city of Dubai became the city of gold, with a group of millionaires cheering each other every night with luxuries in their hands. Well, if you have billions, would you want to ride a supercar or just one of those Lamborghini? Would you want to live in a penthouse apartment within Dubai's Royal Atlantis Resort? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more Lux Life, hit that subscribe button. Cheers!